Alrighty guys, Marvel has officially dropped a new Avengers Endgame trailer, and I was not expecting this, but you know how I actually love to see new Avengers Endgame trailers, and this one is the best one yet. We're approaching Avengers Endgame. It's only 24 days out, and I'm really excited to actually break down this trailer because I just love all the scenes in it. But spoilers for Avengers Infinity War. Repeat, spoilers for Avengers Infinity War because I'm going to be talking about things that actually affect this movie. So, spoilers for Avengers Infinity War. If you don't want spoilers for Infinity War, pause, click off, and see Infinity War, then come back because this trailer is truly amazing. So without any further ado, let's just get into it because I'm really excited to break it down, show all the Easter eggs off, and I hope you enjoy, and enjoy Endgame. So this trailer actually starts off at the Avengers compound, where you actually get to see that most of the Avengers are trying to decide, like, what's their next move to stop Thanos, because they're not going to give up just like that, because they have to avenge the galaxy or the universe. But it seems like we actually got to hear, like, Bruce Banner actually saying, if we decide to do this, we'll probably be going in short-handed, which is probably them, like, saying, we're going to attack Thanos, but we're not going to have, like, a lot of Avengers to actually help us, because, again, he did snap his fingers. Well, the hidden Easter egg is actually pretty easy to find if you actually aren't looking at Bruce Banner, but you're actually looking at, like, the background, and you actually get to see this object that we actually saw in past Endgame trailers, but now we actually got a better look at it, and it's now confirmed to be Ronin's bow, which is, of course, the, like, superhero who is Hawkeye, but now he's actually being called Ronin, so it is Hawkeye's bow, but we're gonna be calling it Ronin's bow in this movie. While Bruce Banner is actually talking about, like, if we're actually going in, we're probably going to be short-handed, we also get to see the other reactions of the Avengers, Thor and Rhodey. We actually get to see Thor actually not looking too good, being like, yeah, that's true, we don't have a lot of hands on deck, and it looks like he's holding a piece of bread, maybe? I don't know, but it seems like we also get to see Rhodey because he actually adds in, like, because they actually killed all of our friends, because, of course, Thanos did wipe out half of the universe with the snap. So in the next shot, we actually get to see Black Widow actually sitting outside in the rain, and it seems like she's actually mourning, like, the loss of some of the Avengers, but then you actually get to see this is actually, like, adding to the emphasis that this is not, like, coming from, like, the bright side of, like, the Avengers movies. It's gonna be coming from a darker tone. It's not gonna start off, like, all bright where they defeat the villain, like, right off the bat. This is a sadder, like, story, and they're actually just trying to add to this, and I'm guessing she's actually sitting in the Avengers, like, courtyard. Like, I'm guessing there's somewhere where she's sitting by the Avengers facility. There's also another shot of Captain America in this little restroom, it looks like, and it looks like he's, like, just looking at himself in the mirror. Now I have two theories about this. This could be, like, one of those things where you're like, what am I gonna do? Like, I'm in this terrible situation, like, what's my next strategy? And he actually looks at himself, but my other theory is he just shaved his beard off, because it seems like in part of Endgame he's actually gonna be having a beard, but it seems like for, like, the rest of the movie he won't. So this could be a scene where he actually decided to, like, shave the beard off, and I'm guessing this is, like, when he decided to shave the beard off, because he's looking at himself, so I'm guessing that's sort of like one of those scenes where you're like, oh, does this look good or not? So I'm guessing he did shave his beard in this scene. Now, there's also this other scene of Rocket Raccoon and Nebula actually sitting on these steps, and I'm guessing this is like when Nebula and Tony Stark actually came from outer space, like they returned to Earth, and I'm guessing this is like when Rocket was like, hey, is there any other Guardians left, like Star-Lord or like Drax? And I'm guessing Nebula's like, no, and that's why they're like looking sad, or they could just be like mourning like they already know, like they're mourning like the loss of the Guardians of the Galaxy, but who knows, but I'm guessing just like when Rocket actually finds out like there's no more Star-Lord, Drax, or Gamora, it's just them too. So in the next shot, we also get to see Tony Stark actually hugging Pepper Potts, and I'm guessing this is when he actually does return home. Like, I'm guessing this is actually just a few seconds after, like, Nebula actually, like, tells Rocket about the Guardians. I'm guessing that, like, Pepper Potts is waiting for him, and I'm guessing this is also the scene we actually got to see in the Super Bowl trailer. We actually got to see all the Avengers actually walking out to the lawn. I'm guessing that Nebula will actually be talking to Rocket, and then we'll also get to see, like, Tony Stark and Pepper Potts, like, reunite, which will be, like, a cool scene to see. So then we actually get a really good treat from this trailer. We actually get to see one of the first Iron Man armors out of all the Endgame trailers, and this is actually the Mark 85. Now, this was confirmed for Endgame, and we actually did get to see leaked photos, but it is really cool to actually see it on the big screen to, like, know what to expect, and I have to say it looks really cool and really awesome because this is a classic Iron Man suit. Like, this is, like, one of the first Iron Man suits, and I'm really happy to see this is actually going to be making an appearance confirmed for Endgame. Also get to see another shot of Ronan, who is also known as Hawkeye, but really we're going to be calling him Ronan because it is like really confirmed now that he is actually going to be going by Ronan for his superhero name because again, dark time for the Avengers and they actually changed some of their names, so this is actually Ronan, but we actually get to see he has like a tattoo now, which is interesting, but yes, we also get another shot of him in the Avengers compound. But then you actually get to see one of the best shots of the whole trailer, and I just love this shot. We actually get to see all the Avengers actually standing up, and I'm not sure what they're looking at, but they're looking at something. But we actually get to see most of them have like shaved the beard, taken a shower. It seems like Tony Stark has done his hair, like his hair is like in his like original pose of like having it like slicked back and stuff. But all the Avengers I can actually see in this shot, like most of them are actually like Nebula, Rocket Raccoon, like Black Widow. We also get to see Ronan, like War Machine, and also like Captain America and Iron Man. And there's a few others I think, but really we're just moving on because there's a lot of stuff to break down in this trailer. But after this show, we actually get to see a really cool and probably key part of the movie for Avengers Endgame, and we actually get to see Captain America and Tony Stark all alone in this street, which looks a little like New York to me, like the first Battle of New York in the first Avengers movie, and it seems like this could be time travel, but we actually get to see the key thing is that, like when Tony Stark actually says, "Do you trust me?" Captain America actually says, "I do." So this is probably like them actually like sort of like fixing the bridge, like when they actually broke that bridge in Civil War, they didn't trust each other. Seems like they're rebuilding that bridge and actually like connecting again to actually be like best buddies, and they actually shake hands, and I'm guessing that's like another thing, like hey, they're sort of like they're becoming like best friends like they were in like the old Avengers movies. So it seems like this could be time travel, like if you actually didn't notice, because again, looks like there is some destroyed stuff in the background. Captain America is wearing his new suit like with the scales and stuff, and it looks like Iron Man is a little older in this shot, but the main thing is looks like they're actually like bearing the hatchet of not liking each other, and looks like they're rebuilding that bridge of friendship, which is very good because I like their team up. Now, there's also this shot of Captain Marvel, Black Widow, War Machine, Thor, Captain America, and Rocket Raccoon actually flying the Benatar, the Guardians of the Galaxy ship, and it seems like they're going to be flying somewhere, probably Titan 2, and it seems like this has to be pretty early on in the film because Black Widow still has that blonde hair, and Captain America's actually wearing that, like, Winter Soldier uniform, and I'm guessing that's actually going to be, like, his suit he actually wears pretty early on in the film, and it just seems like not everyone's there, and it seems like they wouldn't attack Thanos in the final battle, like Avengers Assemble when everyone's not there, like where's Nebula, where's Tony Stark, and they might be somewhere else on the Benatar, but seems like they'd have to have everyone to like do the Avengers Assemble, but seems like this is just like a scene where they're probably going to be trying to attack Thanos pretty early on in the film. But in this trailer, it's not all well and good with the Avengers actually like all coming together. There also has to be some bad news because in the next shot we also get to see Sanctuary 2. That's like the ship of Thanos. It seems like it's actually coming up on the Avengers ship over this planet, and I'm guessing this is Titan 2 maybe, but not Earth. But it seems like he's actually coming for him, and it doesn't seem good because we actually get to see War Machine, aka Rhodey, actually like standing by Nebula, who's actually like looking at that big shadow, which is like a classic scene, like when they actually see something bigger like coming right over him, and like the shadow actually casts like upon like the littler like ship. Like that's just like a classic scene for me. So I don't know if that's an Easter egg or not. There's one interesting scene, though, that actually really catches my eye. We actually get to see the scene of Thor, and it seems like Rocket's there, too, so it seems like they're going on a quest again. Maybe recruit an army to defeat Thanos, that's what a lot of leaks are saying, but it seems like you actually get to see this interesting background behind them, like these symbols and stuff. If you actually look hard, that might be an Easter egg of where they are, but Rocket seems to be sad because it seems like he actually has, like, a little glitter in his eye, maybe meaning that he might cry, which is bad because it means, like, Thor might make a sacrifice, maybe, or something, but it seems like something big could happen at this one area, and it seems like these symbols could mean something behind Rocket. But then the next shot is not looking good for Captain America because we actually get to see him on the ground, and there's this interesting voiceover by Thanos, like, you cannot live with your own failure, which is basically like, you're sore losers. You're not just like getting over the fact that I won, I got all 6 Infinity Stones, I snapped my fingers, I wiped out half the universe, and you guys are just still trying to fight me. That's sort of like being like a sore loser. But it seems like this is not looking good because he could go in like a 1v1 with Thanos, and he could be losing, which is bad. But it seems like this could be bad because this might mean that Cap might die, and I'll do another video on that, but it seems like this could be really bad. And then we actually get to see a big scene. The Mad Titan actually returning in full armor when you actually get to see this big blue burst actually come down on the ground, which might be the Bifrost because it actually looks really similar to Thor's weapon, how he can actually summon the Bifrost. It seems like he can actually be using this, but I really think this could also be the Space Stone, also teleporting himself to the Avengers compound. And I'll tell you why in a second, why I think it's at the Avengers compound. But then we actually get to see it is confirmed to be Thanos in full armor. In that same location, you actually got to see in the recent Endgame trailers, that dark sky, and it seems like this is actually going to be a really big battle. But after the scene, it seems like it's ironic that we actually get to see this one scene of Tony Stark, aka Iron Man, in his new Mark 85 suit, and we actually get to see him actually looking at something, probably Thanos. It seems like his dreams are coming true of the inevitable showdown between him and Thanos, where he's one of the last Avengers standing, and it seems like this actually might be a 1v1 against him and Thanos, or maybe Captain America, Thor, and him against Thanos. But if you're actually now looking at Iron Man and actually at all the rubble that's laying on the ground, you can actually see there's a huge piece of an A. It looks like that that's destroyed, and this could be the Avengers Compound A, which could lead to the fact that Thanos actually might come to Earth for a final battle with the Avengers, and it seems like this could mean that he actually destroys the Avengers Compound. So then in the final shot of the trailer, we actually get to see another one of my favorites of this whole trailer, and this is actually 3 of the superheroes actually walking towards something, which I'll get to in a second. But the first one is, of course, Iron Man. You can actually see the lights from his repulsors in his hands, and also his armor, the red and yellow. And then there's also Captain America, because you can also see that round shape of the shield, and he's actually, you can also see his costume too, the boots and stuff. And then finally, it looks like Thor is also walking towards him, because Thor seems to be the obvious one. He has the huge cape, and it seems like no other Avenger actually has that big cape. So it seems like Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor are actually heading towards something. And this is actually probably Thanos, because I actually wasn't expecting them to actually show Thanos in here, but I actually managed to notice him. I think this is him, but if you're actually now looking at these 3 superheroes, it looks like you can actually see Thanos between them, sitting on the rubble, that's what I'm trying to say, sitting on the rubble with his helmet off, because you can see this some purple, some gold. So this could be him in his armor, sitting in the rubble, and these 3 are actually coming at him to face him. And again, there's a lot of stuff in this trailer I want to talk about, Cap maybe dying, Tony Stark maybe dying, Thor maybe dying, but it seems like this is actually going to be doing another video. This probably will have to be another topic, because I have so many ideas for this battle. So that's the end of the trailer. Alrighty guys, what a trailer to break down. It was pretty awesome. I have to say that's one of my favorite Marvel trailers of all time, because you actually get to see all the superheroes just rising up from the darkness that Thanos actually did by snapping his fingers. But yes, I just really like this trailer. It's just super cool, and every time I see it, I just get more more hyper, more excited, get more theories for Avengers Endgame, and I'm of course going to be talking about them on this channel and stuff, along with a whole bunch of other stuff, but mainly Avengers Endgame, because again, 24 days, because it's April 2nd, comes out on April 26th. I'm really excited. I hope that you all are excited. And this seems to be the last trailer. I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting to actually just do a regular Marvel movie theory. But this was a huge surprise, and it was to actually show that there's tickets are going on sale. So if you actually want to get those tickets, they're on sale now. So if you actually want to see Avengers Endgame really early on, I'd suggest looking at the tickets, because it seems like they're on sale. That's why they did this trailer. But yes, hope you're all excited. I'll see you in the next video, and hope you enjoyed this trailer, guys.